Everyone knows that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Every year, the color pink invades social media, professional sports teams, and many other organizations. But did you know that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month? Did you know that the international symbol for childhood cancer is the golden ribbon? There are many things that the general public does not know about childhood cancer. So today, I will inform you of 3 little-known facts about childhood cancer and how it affects the families and the patients. Fact number 1, there is no clear cause for childhood cancer. According to the AmandaRileyFoundation.org, a website for an organization founded in 2010 after a family lost their daughter to cancer, the causes for most childhood cancers is vastly unknown. Many adult cancers are caused by previous harmful lifestyles that can be prevented, such as excessive drinking, smoking, and unhealthy diets. Not much can be done to prevent childhood cancers. The St. Baldrick's Foundation is a nonprofit organization dedicated to funding the best childhood cancer research for a cure. An article on their website, stbaldricks.org, reads the following, quote, "Many adult cancers are diagnosed early, but in 80% of kids, the cancer is already spread by the time it is diagnosed." End quote. It is much easier to treat any kind of cancer in its early stages, but once it is spread, it becomes extremely difficult to target and eradicate. So with statistics like these, why isn't childhood cancer treatment research being funded as equally as adult cancer research? This leads to our second fact. Childhood cancer receives much less funding than adult cancer research. Statistically, there are more adults than there are children who are diagnosed with cancer. And according to an article on the St. Baldrick's website mentioned previously, this is the primary reason that adult cancers receive more. The American Childhood Cancer Organization revealed that federal funding for most childhood cancers is mainly distributed through the National Cancer Institute. According to ACCO.org, the National Cancer Institute's federal budget is $4.6 billion per year. Out of that, breast cancer receives 12%, prostate cancer receives 7%, and childhood cancer receives only 4%. That's 4% for every type of childhood cancer. Childhood cancer is not simply one disease. There are over a dozen types of childhood cancer and countless subtypes. Some of these include Hodgkin lymphoma, neuroblastoma, and leukemia. As you can see, childhood cancer funding is not nearly as specific as adulthood cancer funding. Adult cancers are generally broken up into their individual types of cancers, but childhood cancer is put underneath an umbrella of sorts and is treated as a single disease, instead of many separate and very different diseases that all affect the body in different ways. However, providing funding for a cure is not enough. This leads to our third and final fact. Over half of all childhood cancer survivors will have some sort of chronic health problem or severe condition later on in life. A recent study done by Northwestern University's Feinberg School of Medicine found that there were nearly 400,000 childhood cancer survivors in the United States as of 2011. The lead author of this study, Siobhan Phillips, stated the following, quote, "We've been able to increase the number of survivors of pediatric cancer, but simply curing their disease is not enough. We need a more coordinated approach to their care to help prevent or delay some of the chronic health problems that affect the quality of their lives. We want them to thrive, not simply survive." End quote. The study also uncovered that by the time they reach the age of 45, more than 70% of survivors will have some kind of chronic health problem, and 32% will have severe or life-threatening condition due to the surgeries and treatments that they went through while their bodies and brains were still developing. Finding a cure is simply not enough. In conclusion, childhood cancer is something that affects thousands of families each and every year. The fact that there's no clear cause makes it difficult to understand why it happens. The lack of funding makes it much more difficult to improve on treatments. And the chronic health problems make life very unpleasant for the patient, even after the cancer is gone. Hopefully the 3 facts that I've shared with you today have broadened your knowledge of childhood cancer. We can only hope for a future and a brighter world where childhood cancer, and all cancers for that matter, are vanquished.